If you have been following my channel for some time, you might have noticed that I have covered InternLM a lot on the channel. The reason being is that most of the time the models they produce are quite coherent. They have just dropped a model which is 7 billion parameter in size, but the unique feature about this model is that it has got a context length of 1 million tokens. I'll be upfront. In order to use these 1 million tokens, you would need at least 4 A100 GPU cards with 80 GB of VRAM. But anyway, I'm going to install it locally and then we will play around with it. I don't have 4 A100 GPUs, but still I would be able to show you various capabilities of these models because this model has been tailored for outstanding reasoning capabilities, and it has already shown quite a good performance on math reasoning, surpassing models like Llama 3 and even Gemma 2 9 billion. As far as 1 million context window is concerned, it is nearly perfect at finding needles in the haystack with 1 million long context, with leading performance on long context tasks like long bench. You can use it with LM deploy for 1 million context inference, and I will drop the link to it in video's description. Also, it has got a very strong tool use or function calling. It supports gathering information from more than 100 web pages. Corresponding implementation is still not released because it's a very new model, but that should be here very soon. So when it comes to instruction following, tool selection and reflection, the model's capabilities seem quite good. Okay, so this is the chat version which you are watching on your screen, and one thing you need to know is that the transformers from Hugging Face doesn't support 1 million contacts. So that is why they have developed their own toolkit called as LM deploy for compressing, deploying and serving LLM in 1 million context. Okay. So that said and done, let's go to our terminal and then we will deploy the Jupyter notebook and then we will install this model there and play around with it. Before I do that, let me give a huge thanks to Master Compute who are sponsoring the VM and GPU which I am going to use for this video. If you're looking to rent a GPU on good prices, I will drop the link to their website with a coupon code of, token and discount of 50% for a range of GPUs, so do check them out. This is a VM which I'm using, and this is NVIDIA card which I'm going to use for this demo, which is RTX A6000 with 48 GB of VRAM. Let me clear the screen. First up, I will be creating a Conda environment to keep everything simple and separate from my local installation. So let's wait for it to get installed. Shouldn't take too long. And that is done. Let's also install Jupyter here. So I'm just saying conda install Jupyter. That is going to install it. Once it is done, I'm just going to clear the screen. And this shouldn't take too long. Jupyter is installed there. Let me fire it up and it is going to open it in our browser. And it is opening in the browser. We'll just create a new notebook by clicking on File, New and Notebook here. Okay, so we are all set to get cracking on this model. Let's install some of the prerequisites, which are PyTorch and transformers. Let's install them, and I'm using the pip for it. And it is going to take a minute or so. So let's wait for it to get finished installing both of these. Both of the packages are installed. Let's import them, and that should be done fairly quickly. And now let's grab the tokenizer for this model, and I'm specifying this InternLM 2.5 7 billion chat LM. So let me run it. And the tokenizer is downloaded. Let's also download the model. Sorry, let me put the correct command here. And this is how you can download the model by simply doing InternLM to 7 billion chat, and then we will um, just offload it to CUDA, and I'm just using floating point 16 here. Also, you might get this protobuf error. This is really annoying. I don't know why InternLM uses that. No other model provider uses that. So if you get this error, either you can ignore it or you can simply use the fast, instead of fast tokenizer, you can use the slow tokenizer. So model has started downloading. The size, there are few 8 shards of it, and each shard is around 2 gig. Some are, but I don't think so any shard is bigger than 2 gig here. And also make sure to install this inops library, which I forgot earlier. Just do simple pip install here, pip install inops, and it is going to be fine. Okay, so let's wait for all of these shards to get downloaded, and then we will proceed further. All the shards have been almost downloaded, as you can see, and now it is going to put it on my GPU. Shouldn't take too long now. Almost there, and everything is on GPU now. That's cool. Let's evaluate the model just to see what exactly is architecture, and then it has stored it into the model. That is good. And now we can do the inference. For the inference, because it's a chat model, so I'm just going to also maintain the history. You can simply run this model dot chat with the tokenizer, and it is going to start chatting with you, and then you can ask it whatever you want to chat with it. Like, I'm asking it, please write 10 sentences ending with the word beauty. It is working here. As you can see, I'm also passing it the history from my previous chat session. There you go. So it has given us the answer, which is not uh, right at all. It has, so most so instead of giving us the sentences ending with the word beauty, most of the sentences here are starting with the word beauty. Anyway, so you can just ask it that uh, can you try again giving me sentences ending with word beauty. Let's see if it maintains it or not. Let's wait for it to come back. And it's not a quantized model, by the way, it's a full blown model. There you go. So again, it didn't give me that. That is fine. Let's check out some of its reasoning capabilities. So in the next one, I'm just asking it, a bat and ball together cost $1.10. The bat cost $1 more than the ball. How much does the ball cost? Let's see what it does here. Let's wait for it to come back. It's a very famous classical puzzle. There you go, and look at the reasoning. The cost of ball is 5 cents. Yes, that is very correct. That is good. I like it. Okay, so let's try to ask it another one. This is another puzzle which is quite interesting. I'm just going to paste it here. So I'm asking it, three light switches control three light bulbs, and each switch corresponds to one bulb, but none are labeled. How can you figure out which switch controls which bulb in only 3 tries? Let's see if it is able to do it. Let me run it. And by the way, if you are wondering about it, it is again a quite famous one. So we just need to turn two switches on for 5 minutes and off. Turn one of them on again, but look at, turn on the first switch, turn on the second. So you see, step by step logic and reasoning is quite fine, and that is what I wanted to test. So for that, I think it passes it with flying colors. Okay, let's check its coding capabilities. Maybe I'll just use this one. I'm just going to ask it a very simple coding question. So let me paste it here. Maybe I'll just put it on another line for the readability. And now in this coding challenge, I am asking it to show me a Python script that draws a Mandelbrot set. That's a complex geometrical mathematical problem. Let me run it and see what it does here. And there you go. So the script looks really fine to me. It is using matplotlib. It is drawing it. Yep, drawing the grid and everything. And then it gives us a synopsis of the code. So it looks really good. Happy with it. And let's ask it a maths question to see its maths capabilities. I'm just going to replace it with the equation and let me run it. The correct answer is 20 here. So let's see what model does. And there you go. The model has responded with Correct question. So I believe logical and reasoning capabilities are really awesome. Plus the math, plus the coding. It's just that its English prowess is not as good as I was expecting, but other than that, really awesome stuff. So that's it, guys. I will drop the link to this model card in video's description. Play around with it. Let me know what do you think. If you like the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you're already subscribed, please share it among your network as it helps a lot. Thanks for watching.